Hello, welcome to Roleplay Cafe. I'm Jason. Below me there is Dell. Next to me there is Justin. Welcome back, Justin. It's been a while. He's been a busy man. And down below him there is Mr. Todd. And at the very bottom is our illustrious GM for tonight's game, Symbaroum, Session 8, Part 2, I believe. Session 9, Part 2? Okay. And that's David. So take it away, Dave.
Okay, all right. I thought it was 9 part 2, but
okay, yeah, it is. I think you're right. 9 part 2. I never argue with you.
Yeah, I know. Right. Okay, all right.
Or you can say 11. I mean, say 11.
Say 11 just to be safe.
10.
That sounds better anyway. It makes it sound like we've been going for longer, so I'll go with that too. So, quick recap for you guys. So the Cabello, Taro, and Thoria actually went to go rescue the humble but drunk, apparently, Malleus at a local tavern. So long story short, they get there, and also Bonner, Thoria's boy servant, is with them as well in tow. So they get there and they find out that there is a barbarian guy there by the name of Herg the Trapper, and he's there with a bunch of his goons, and he's been eyeing Malleus, who's kind of slumped in over a table in the corner with a lot of bottles of questionable beverage around him, apparently not moving because he's on too much of a bender. And Herg lets it be known that Malleus owes him some money, and that Malleus isn't leaving there unless Herg gets what's owed to him. And also, let me not forget that there is one of Cabello's closest friends and allies, a gentleman by the name of Argallo, that's there. And Argallo is actually the one who initiated this meeting of the mind, so to speak, by letting our group of antagonists know Malleus's dire situation. So let me put that in there. So Argallo kind of lets the guys know what's going on, and in order to keep the mood somewhat light toned, he offers to go get drinks for everyone while our heroes kind of check things out and see what's going on. So Thoria, seeing a celebrating table of laborers, decides to go over there and entertain them and attempt to basically kind of recruit them, for lack of a better term, I think. So he does that, and then our ever diligent and ever brave Taro confronts the barbarian and his group, and has a short conversation with him, and things go pretty much the way that everyone knew and wanted them to, with Herg basically not liking anything that Taro had to say.
Yes.
So a combat ensued, and there was some back and forth, and the end was that Herg was bested, actually, along with his goons, with the help of Cabello, and actually Cabello also made an attempt to dispatch Argallo,
right?
Because, let me back up a little bit more, because it turned out that it's suspected that Argallo tried to had initially planned to poison the guys, and unfortunately, Thoria's boy servant Bonner turned out to be the unfortunate recipient of this poisonous brew, and collapsed unconscious in the middle of the tavern floor where all of this was going on. So,
is he dead?
No, I'm gonna tell you. Hang on one second. So in the last scene, Herg the Trapper, the Barbarian, ended up tossing Taro a pouch of 100 shillings. As kind of like a
300.
Did I say? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Pardon me.
300. I got them right here in my notes. 300.
Pardon me.
Right.
So I will say a couple of pouches of shillings, and in order to have a truce, basically, and swore to end his bounty on Malleus.
Yeah.
Okay. So that happened. Cabello ended up dragging Bonner out into the street, and Thariah actually exited the building as well with, I think, a couple of his recent converts in tow, and they actually drug out Malleus as well out into the street.
Right.
So as they were standing around Malleus and Bonner trying to figure out what they were going to do next, it turned out that Malleus's form began to waver, and that they had a deceased changeling in his stead, lying there
Did you say deceased?
Dirt. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I just got
Yeah.
changeling here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I have changeling
Yeah.
captive, more like dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
so
No.
now he
Change that to
changed-
dead
Okay, so
changeling.
dead changeling, so captive out. Okay, all right.
So that's where we ended.
Malleus
so
was the changeling.
well,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
changing was Malleus.
No.
However you want to put
Like,
it.
posing as Malleus.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, maybe I wasn't too clear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's where we ended. So so as we I'll take a little like GM fiat here and say that you guys are now back at the villa, okay, the apartment, and the changeling is lying on a table there. Actually, no, we'll say the changeling is maybe propped up somewhere, and you guys have poor Bonner there as well. And that's where we will begin. And you guys amazingly discovered that your companion Vicamir is waiting at the villa for you, as he has finally returned from his sabbatical in the Dabakar. Okay, as he maybe has heard rumors on the wind that you guys have been seeing really bad times, and that also with the events going on in Blackmore as of late, that you guys may need his services. Mm-hmm. Okay, so as the scene unfolds, you guys stand around poor Bonner on the table there, barely breathing. His brow is beaded with sweat, and he will not awaken. As the candles that are around him kind of show the almost deathly pallor that is on his face. And I hand it over to you guys.
Okay, so am I already there?
Yes.
Okay, so standing tall, very much different than I think some of the other people here, and of course the changeling as well. So I'm of barbarian ilk, so I probably stand almost towering, a little bit taller, a little bit more broader than everybody here. Could I use my lay on hands on Bonner to heal his wounds?
Give me a. Do you have a specific description of what it does?
Yeah. So what it will do is I will make it'll be a resolution check regardless to see if I even make it. And then I will gain temporary corruption, but it should be able to heal. I believe it's a D6 of actual toughness.
Okay, so it does toughness healing. Okay,
it will just do toughness.
Okay, go give it a shot. Go for it.
Okay.
So how does this look while Vicamir is doing this? Is it just bandaging, or is it actual
Taro
magical
is
effect?
standing there, kind of mouth open, because he hadn't seen Vicamir in months. So he's like, "What are you doing here?" Agape while he works.
Shush.
Riot's
fairly. I must heal Bonner. Give me one moment, and I will be right back with you. So what I'll do is basically, it's kind of witchcraft, so it's going to be really bizarre, kind of somewhat alien. So you see me, I kind of go into my pouch, I grab a number of herbs, and I guess spices in one hand. In my right, you see that I have like a dead dove, and then you can kind of hear me saying basically these really guttural, visceral words, just kind of like "Oh, Menada, to the land I ask, please give me the energy to be able to transfer." To another, to another being. And so you kind of see me dancing around the candlelight, and then you see I kind of like crush and wring out this dead animal with these herbs and stuff kind of pouring over Bonner's head.
Nice.
Okay, just to say that he is my ward, right?
Yes.
So at first,
Shush!
I don't do anything simply. First, I'm going to see me move forward, and then I think I pull back and stand there with my staff. You know what I mean, and let him do what he's got to do.
Because this
individual.
This hedgecraft is something that Thoraya may just be like, come on, what is this?
Yeah, but with that, you can kind of feel. But with that, like after you kind of see me kind of doing this, walking around in this guttural noise, and kind of placing. Like basically dropping these herbs and these spots of blood kind of all around the table and onto Bonner. You can kind of feel that there's a certain energy or something seems to enter the room. There's kind of feels like there's a wind on your back, but no wind exists inside this building.
Okay.
And basically a very odd scent seems to fill the air, almost like ozone.
And
then you kind of see that I kind of place my hands on his chest, and my voice goes deeper, almost like a second voice. And we will see how badly I fail my resolute check.
And I step up and I say, Cabello, Thoraya, this is Vicamir, an old friend, and here just in time to save poor Bonner.
I raise an eyebrow and look at you and then look back at him as he's...
roll a 5.
Okay. All right. So then you roll, you say 1d6?
I believe it's a D6. Just give me a second. So lay on hands is 1d6 of toughness.
Okay.
Is retrieved.
All right. So give that a roll. Let me know what you get.
I'm trying to find a decent die roller here. I might just go into Owlbear.
Oh, there you go.
My rolls there.
Owlbear is good. Yeah.
6.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So Bonner's form actually jerks as if there's like he's been shocked by electricity, and he gasps. His eyes open up, they still appear glassy though, and he takes a deep gasp of air, and then nothing, back into the torpor that he was in before.
This is beyond my healing hands to be able to get him to recover.
It is
Now,
beyond
Justin.
the capabilities of you wringing out a dead dove around him, that's all.
I will ask you to give me a cunning check. And it's a flat roll.
It's a flat roll? All right. Ooh. So let's see. My cunning is 10. I rolled a 16. Didn't make it.
Okay. All right. So your statement before is unfortunately correct. You aren't quite aware, or not aware of, or your knowledge of the craft. You aren't able to seemingly, dig deep enough to know exactly what his ailment may be.
Yeah.
He is alive, but he is in some kind of torpor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Can I, since I did take a step back and let Vicamir do his, wild animations and whatnot, I've been looking over the body, and honestly, before I got there, I wanted to cast electrical rune to try to shock the boy back into it. When you said it looked like he had suffered an electrical shock, I'm trying to ascertain if that is akin to what I had planned to do. You see what I'm saying? Like if his system needs to be jolted back. So, in other words, can I roll cunning to see if I discern anything?
Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Okay, I got it. 9, cunning, and 13. So just straight, I got it.
Okay. You know that he drank that tankard of ale, and after he did that, he fell down. Okay, so you are thinking that if it is not, you don't think it's any kind of magical effect that your spell would be able to neutralize. It would be something more of, like I said, a poison, or some sort of thing of that nature. So you guys, someone who had alchemy or some skill of such, would probably be a direction that you should look into.
Well, basically, I'll reach down around his lips at this, where he had probably was drinking this, and I'll take a little bit of it and smell it and taste. To see it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Smell it first.
Yeah. This is gonna be tough. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough role for you to do something like that. But I will.
Okay.
We will go for it. So hang on. Let me see. I will say that you're gonna have to. Ooh, that's gonna be really tough. I'll say that you're gonna have to. Give me a minus, because you don't have any alchemy training or any such.
No.
So I will say it's going to be at a minus 4 difficulty.
Okay. Oh, what you want to roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're cunning.
Oh. Well, I got a 9. The cunning's 13, so it's right on it.
Okay. All right.
Again.
Okay.
All
right. So very good. Okay. So you perhaps there is some sense of yours, whether it's taste or even smell or something, that kind of awakens a distant memory of yours, and you are most for certain that the boy has been given some type of elixir of some sort that has put him in this deep sleep. But you know that for sure now, okay? And but you also know that it's something that is outside of your area of expertise.
Okay.
But that's all you know.
That's when I speak up and
alchemist.
Yeah, I'll say really even-handedly that we need to seek out an alchemist. I believe the boy has been poisoned. As I look around at the others out there.
I will. I'll make a resolute on my contacts. See if I can.
Look at you!
Recall,
all right.
See if I can recall an alchemist here in Thistlehold or Blackboard.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my resolute is only a 9.
Okay.
Roll well.
I just stare at Vicamir. I continue to staring at Vicamir.
Okay.
The big man, wondering. So no, nothing comes to mind.
Let me think on this for a moment. I have contacts as well.
Nice.
With a resolute of 5.
Hang on 1 second for me, guys. Okay, go ahead, Todd. Make it roll. Hang on 1 second.
Just roll lows.
Yeah, just roll low.
That's all you gotta do.
That's it. Just roll under 5.
It's 25%, man.
I rolled a 4.
I got through public education with 25%.
We got a 4.
I rolled a 4.
You got it. The back recesses of your mind.
Look, it says 4. It says
Nice.
4. Yeah, can you see that? I can't see that. No. Okay. Believe me, it says 4. Anyways.
Yeah, I believe that you believe you saw a 4.
Yeah.
Where's my reading glasses? I can't see a damn thing.
All right.
We're gonna say it's a 4.
Nice.
Have to get him some fist-sized die.
Nope. You're muted there, Dave. Did he say he had to step out, or?
Oh, I don't know. He is muted. I assumed he was laughing so hard he had to mute it.
Could be.
No, I think he said he had to step out.
Oh, did he?
Okay.
Actually, while he stepped out, I'm gonna step out and just tuck in my son. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Tuck and roll, remember.
Perfect. That's funny. One of us was bound to get it.
Yeah, I would hope so. Well, I was going to say, I was going to do that weird thing, because I think, didn't we notice that, Del? When you play Symbaroum, you roll high.
Right.
And when we play Joth, you roll low.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
That's me.
the problem in Joth is you wind up dead. I mean, at least this we got a little bit of survivability, but in Joth you roll low and you end up dead, right?
Yeah, you figure all your dead characters would have learned by then. They got to succeed, right? But yeah.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Well, hopefully you're going to be able to join us in Joth too, huh?
I hope so.
Right.
Is there a Joth? Are you guys running Joth tomorrow?
No. We do it every other week, so that way
Okay.
we don't play back-to-back nights, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So it would be next week.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Wednesday next week.
Yeah. I'll try and get into Joth. I think I'm going to be playing Gus because I don't know what the heck's going on with Mud. Last time I played Mud, we were in a dungeon. I think.
I thought it was
Because
in the swamp.
I don't know.
No, I was with your halfling, and it was just after we had betrayed the lizard man. We kind of gutted his throat after we got to the cave. And
Was I playing? Yeah, I was playing Trotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was the last time I played with Gus was in the swamp, the Frogman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened to Gus there. We're going to have some sort of creative story where he must have got saved by swamp fishermen.
He was hanging out
something.
with Vicamir.
Yeah, there you go.
Off in the swamps.
Yeah.
He would have went back to town. I mean, with Trotter and whatnot. So he's
Yeah, if he was with Trotter, he just would have came back to town because we just would have been like, maybe we just did what we did. We were just like, yep, well, it's late. Well, why don't we just go back to town, go to sleep?
He's hanging out.
There you go. Oh my
That's
god.
what makes sense.
So he's just back in Blackfish, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
What was he? What was he anyway?
He was a thief.
Oh shit!
Sandwich maker, right?
No, Gus was a sandwich maker. Yeah, because he's not good for any much else because he's a first level cleric.
Right.
He's like, I can turn him dead.
Right.
Well, what good's that in a swamp with lizard men, right? So.
Well, my last first level cleric was dead pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your recap. You said he got killed, like
Yes.
first or second round of combat. His head got cut off.
Within 10
by a
minutes.
dwarf.
Yeah, within 10 minutes of that one. Yeah.
Nice.
You predicted that one too.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. So, are we going to see Gus again, Justin?
I think so. I think I'd rather if I got to come back and play somebody, I think it's got to be Gus. He's got to be, yeah. So I got to be a cranky. I got to play a cranky old man in game. So
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's a cleric
So
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that
Joth
being
on
an
Wednesdays?
old cleric and only be level 1? That's
Yeah.
yeah.
I think they need to carry their holy symbol should be shovels. Cleric. Just have a little shovel icon to hold up.
It's your duty in Joth to carry a shovel so people who find your body can bury you.
Yeah. But shovels are like a valuable resource. It's almost like gold now, isn't it? Yeah. 4 shovels for a wagon. That's what I heard last time. Yeah.
That's right. My character just carries a shovel as his weapon. Yeah. And it's like, hell, it does 1d6. I'll just club people with shovel. Right?
Why not?
Might as well.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, how's the weather out there, Justin?
Miserable. It's either raining, freezing rain, or snow.
Ooh, wow.
So, yeah, right now it's warm enough that it's just kind of rain. It's getting most of the large piles of snow that we got over the past 2 days are starting to melt, but everything's just soaked and gross.
Yeah, we've been living with a foot for over a week. It hasn't melted here. It's just today it started melting.
Yeah.
Yeah, foot.
Actually, we've got a storm coming our way from, they said Colorado low is coming our way.
Yeah, probably the one that just hammered us. Yep. Yeah. It's going to come right up the Rockies. Right? Oh, man.
Oh, well. Where's this?
That's funny. Have you had a chance to play, Justin, with your locals at least? So you've been able to get your groove on, hopefully?
No, I haven't tried to. Well, the thing is, it's really hard to get anything that's not 5e off the ground here. I've tried getting stuff over here. Like, I tried getting OSE started, and there's a couple people that, I don't know, the forum that I'm on, which is supposed to be around St. John's, which is kind of the big city around here. A lot of people will talk about gaming books and stuff, but we don't have a lot of people who are engaging or playing in the hobby.
All theory, no practice.
Yeah, like a lot of people like talking about books and collecting and stuff, but I don't have too many people who are active players, or unless I throw a 5e around is really the only time to get them out. But no, like I got a whole bunch of stuff I'd love to play. Like I'd love to run Ultraviolet Grasslands, and I have electronic, Electric Bastion Land.
Yeah,
that I really like to try and run and stuff like that. But everyone's just like, well, you have 5e? I'm like, nah.
I mean, isn't that, it's crazy but true. It's crazy but true.
Yeah. Well, it's just that it has that sense of like geek, I guess, I don't know, geek status that, hey, I'm playing D&D. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, well, it's a brand. So I mean, it's the thing to do.
It is. It's got name recognition, right?
Yeah. There you go. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Okay, guys. Yeah, sorry. It was a work call. Sorry about that. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay, so Todd, you there? If you're there, give me some good news.
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you make your roll?
Yeah, I got a 4.
Okay. Like, yeah, of course I did. Okay. All right. Okay, sounds good. So, Cabello, you seem to recall that back in Blackmore, there is an apothecary there by the name of Ansel. Ansel. Ansel the apothecary.
I will spell it whatever damn way I want.
As long as you can pronounce it.
As long as I can pronounce it.
See? That's a GM talking right there. Don't tell me.
Ansel,
yes.
the apothecary.
Okay. He's a little odd, around the edges and everything, but he's a little shady, but from what you are your knowledge of him, he's very learned in his craft.
So you gotta remind me, how far is Blackmore from here?
Only maybe about an hour, 2 hours walk. It's not far at all. Maybe more like an hour's walk, actually.
So if my friends and I were to put young Bonner on a litter and carry him to Blackmore, then I am sure that my contact Ansel, the
alchemist,
the pharmacist,
the pharmacist, yes.
the alchemist. I'm sorry.
And pharmacist may be a more accurate description of his services, but yes.
Yeah, he said he'll pronounce it any way he feels like.
Yeah, he did that, didn't he? So.
APOC. That's a funny way to spell pharmacist. Okay. Okay. So he shall be able to maybe. I am confident that he will be able to heal our young friend Bonner here of whatever ails.
I'm already sliding the boy off the table onto my shoulders, and I get to the door and up in the tent.
Hey, that's not your. So you guys see Thariah struggling under the boys.
Yeah, hear Bonner's head just bump off the table several times.
If not the weight of the boy, just the fact that Thariah is not the most physical.
Right. But what about what's the name of the guy that set us up? I can't remember his name.
Which shows his determination, though. Who you're talking about?
What about Argello?
He will have to wait for another time. We must take care of young Bonner here, I think.
So I'll grab. I'll help Thariah carry Bonner.
Okay. So are you guys just gonna kind of quote unquote manhandle him the whole way there, or
probably gonna, take some of the furniture here, break off the legs of the table and make a something we can drag him behind us.
A rough
Is
litter.
Is the owner of the tavern good with that?
Well, this is our townhome.
Yeah.
That he's loaned us, and at this point, Taro's not too concerned about him inspecting the.
We can just take a strip of the tent and 2 sticks and make a stretcher.
Right.
Carry it between us on our shoulders.
Okay. As you guys are doing that, Vicamir, you notice or make note of the still form of the changeling that is in the corner.
Okay. I'll just walk towards it. And then I'll kind of just look at him and look at his face. Do I recognize him?
Oh, the changeling? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I'll be in the corner. And then I'll just start walking. I don't care if anyone's paying attention to me or not. And I'll just approach this thing.
You know what? Let's, as Jason says, let's play to find out. Sure.
Okay.
You know him, but where would you have known this changeling from?
Okay. The only thing I could think of is that because they're basically doing kind of these low-level enforcer jobs, basically in Blackmore. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's for hire as a thief, or maybe a con artist that's known from Blackmore. That's known to represent other people or to get confidence with people, right? To get shillings out of people. But he provides these services as kind of also a traveling actor and things like that. But I do know that he gets set up for jobs, so maybe that's something that he's been known to do.
And, of course, let's see. Did I... Okay, so you know that... his name is Linton. Okay. And do you, with your knowledge of Linton, do you, does he have the reputation for being someone who would be involved in anything murderous, or what do you think? What have you kind of heard?
No, nothing murderous. He's all about ripping people off and taking people for their, I guess they're, what do you call it, thaulers? Yeah. He would never take the life of somebody. He draws a line somewhere morally when it comes to life.
Okay, so he was known more as a scoundrel then, and he kind of cold-blooded. Okay, that's good. Okay, all right. Okay,
I was just writing that down. Scoundrel.
Okay, there you go.
Scoundrel. That's great minds. Great minds.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. So what's our excuse? No.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I was thinking grifter. They're thinking scoundrel.
Yeah.
Grifter is a very American thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Canadians don't have grifters, right? We have grifters.
The right says, let the poor soul be. Yeah, as he looks up and glances at the body. We need to bury him on the hill. So I want to endeavor to do that because, in my estimation, he was. I'll let him know one of your kind was taken by the elves and possibly replaced with this changeling. Yeah, and you'll see that I'm one too. Yeah. That the rock is a changeling.
That is an important fact. That is an important fact. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to say, priorities being that we should probably get Bonner to this apothecary as soon as possible. Right.
Yes.
So,
but on the way we can bury old boy at the hill. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you guys want to cart two forms?
We'll throw the dead changeling on top of Bonner and carry him on the litter. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I'm utilitarian at heart, man. I mean, we're gonna make the best of this thing, right? We're gonna get the most.
Just made a wider litter and put them in there like tuna fish, like sardines.
Okay. Okay, very well. All right. Okay, so I will say that. Are you guys doing that this evening immediately, or?
I think with getting.
Well, I'm concerned the boy might not.
Yeah, I don't.
We don't know if he'll get worse.
Tonight, right? So yeah. Because we also don't know what the poison is exactly. We don't know what its end result is. So we would want to.
Vicamir put put all of his powers into the boy, and to no avail. I am very concerned we could lose him if we don't.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So if there's nothing else you guys need to let me know, then we will. Our scene will close as you guys kind of wrestle the litter out of the villas or the apartment's narrow doorway, and barely shut it behind you. And you guys make your way up the cobbled street. Okay, as fat raindrops begin to fall from the sky. Okay, all right. So, as we open now, or next, I should say, the changeling has been exhumed is the wrong word. That's when you dig somebody up. So,
that's not necessarily burying, but
dezoomed
on the hill.
That's right.
And,
I mean, if we don't have time, I'll just park him there and say a prayer and let the beast of the wild come in and take his body. Offer him to the car, so he can be recycled back into the.
Okay, that's the Symbaroum way right there. All right, that sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right, very well. Okay, great.
I will remember that, Thariah, when and if you ever go.
Yeah.
We will leave you to be recycled in the excrement of all of the beasts of the wilds.
No, Thariah respects that and looks at you gratefully.
Right.
He wants to be. That's the way of nature.
Anyway. Shig would approve.
Yeah. I figured that must mean something, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I am learning the ways of this cult that you have asked me to join.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Taro lost his way, self-loathing, self-hatred, was hoping that Herg would kill him, didn't. So, now Taro's trying to find something, to latch onto.
It seems like Taro's occupied with self. When you need to be selfless and giving yourself to the whole, the nature. That's the way Thariah will answer you in response to, selfish statements, basically.
Okay.
Self-centered statements, you know what I mean? So, in other words, open your mind and achieve, for the greater good, basically. And then you'll find peace instead of this decrepit loneliness that sit there and
Justin, did you get any corruption from that casting or no?
I should have. I should have rolled a d4. Just give me a second. But it would have been gone by the end of the scene anyways.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would have been 2.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
So good at what it's Chig.
Yeah. You guys approach the alchemist's storefront, or the apothecary's storefront.
Yeah.
The rain is coming down very hard, and there's the occasional boom of thunder and flash of lightning overhead. It is late in the evening by the time you guys get there. You guys are wet and tired and chilled.
Yes.
Standing there, there is a flickering light in the leaden windows of the alchemist shop there, and up above the shop is it looks like a kind of almost like a what would you call it? There's kind of like an addition that was kind of hastily put together because this is Blackmore, So basically, the 1-story wooden, almost like a shed of sorts, is there, and then it has some kind of rudimentary, kind of rough-shod upper level to it. Okay. And like I said, you guys see that there is a candle lit inside, as you guys make your way up to the front door.
I will hold my hand up and turn to my companions and warn them. Whatever you do, do not mention anything about his nose.
I'll reach out with my staff and knock on the door for distance as he's turning around telling us this.
You said about his nose, Todd, right?
Yeah, but yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So you rap on the door, and the door rattles, barely withstanding the banging of your staff. Yeah. And you almost immediately hear a commotion on the other side of the portal there, and the door opens up with a squeak, and you see a man standing there. His skin is very pale looking. He looks to be ancient. I'll just say that. And he does have quite what he would call a proud profile, which is dominated by a almost vulture-like appendage of a nose that kind of juts forward.
And Terrell can't take his eyes off of it.
No, it's like it's got its own gravitational field. It just pulls you in. You just can't help but look.
And he, as he looks, who's standing? Oh, that's okay. So Thariah's standing there. Okay, so Thariah,
I'll step in my quiet way, like I did, very stoic, and walk past him. And just as I walk past, Murder, we have one in need of your services.
Okay,
and then I'll lay the boy down, or at least begin that to lay him down on any kind of flat surface table or whatnot that we see.
As you come in, okay, as you basically force your way in, practically, he steps to the side and raises these extremely like shaggy eyebrows, and his watery eyes kind of like, peer at you in disbelief and a little bit of contempt as you dare to just enter his domicile.
Yeah, I'll even clear the table with the staff before we lay the boy down on it.
Okay, so all of like miscellaneous, ingredients. You see a book, papers that go flying, and floating to the floor.
I'm not doing it recklessly. I'm just sliding it over, to lay the boy down. And
I would say, Ansel, it is I, Kubalo. Please, our companion here, this young man has been poisoned, possibly. I knew that you would be the one to be able to help us.
Go ahead, Todd.
Oh, I'm just trying to talk him up, like.
Yeah. That's
going for his vanity, right?
Okay.
He's the only one that can do this.
Okay.
You are the only one that can do this, Ansel.
Let's see here. Okay. All right. Well, of course, this wasn't the best first impression that you guys are making. So go ahead and make a persuasive roll. And you're going to get a -2 to your difficulty.
I pull out the bag of shillings and jangle them over his shoulder as he says this.
Okay, so make that a flat roll.
Flat roll.
I'll continually be talking about not 2 hours.
Yes, just below your whatever attribute.
Whatever your
I
resolute.
gotta get below it at my persuase.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's the face. Right?
Yeah.
No, I rolled a 13 and I got a 10. No.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I got something for that. Okay. So Thariah is still muttering over at the table.
I'm pointing out, I'm taking the boy's head where his lips are blue, and and showing him where he's. I'm giving him all the information I have. The poison, you can tell residual, this and that. So I'm like focused in on him being the doctor, and we need to get a patient.
So Ansel's attention is going bouncing in between Thoraya and Cabello right now, okay? And Taro's slight his jingling of the coin kind of caught his attention for a moment as well. So he's kind of overwhelmed, like we were saying, sensory overload as it is. So, and he sputters. He says, "This is uncustomary, Cabello. What is this?" And he kind of looks at the boy, and he says, "And who is that?"
Pointing at the boy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is our young companion, Bonner. He has been possibly poisoned. Yes, you do not tell by the look of his lips. It's obviously some sort of herb or elixir of evil intent inflicted upon him.
Okay.
I'm taken aback by this a little bit. I kind of, I'm looking at him. I'm spilling out all this medical, direction, and he's obviously otherwise occupied. So, when he says that, like because I expected everybody to do pro bono work. If that's your job, that's what you do. I'm not concerned about pro bono. No, money's not the thing. If that's not, everybody should give. Everybody should give them themselves.
The term everybody should give them themselves. Does not exist in Blackmore. So.
Yeah, but you see what me? I didn't want any money. I don't work on that mentality. We bring him here for him to be able to share what he knows to be able to rescue. So when he says that, I stand up as he is my charge, and I grip that staff, and there's runes on that staff that'll glow. So I use a little bit of a forceful intent, intimidate, like we're wasting time here.
I got you. Okay. All right. So this is how I envision the apothecary to kind of look like. So he's in Discord. So that's kind of what you guys are dealing with.
Yeah. Feldman, love it.
Yeah. Okay. So
just click on the Symbaroum there on the left there, Todd. It'll take you to the picture.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Quite a gifted surgeon. I might be able to help you with that hump.
Yes. That's right. That's a great film.
So you guys, he I guess kind of gets his wits, so to speak, about him, and he moves over to poor Bonner's form there on the table, and he waves his arm towards you, Vicamir, and says, you, because Vicamir, you're barely able to get into this, squeeze your massive form into this spot. And just to kind of give you guys a rough and a quick kind of visual, there's all kinds of like barely hanging on the walls, the shelves, they're kind of just tacked everywhere possible, and you guys see reagents just everywhere. There's stuff hanging from the ceiling, dried bat wings and jars of questionable stuff, herbs and, different organs, So there's stuff everywhere, okay?
Do not use the dove. It did not work for Vicamir.
Right, the poor dove. Yeah. So he says, you large one, shut that door behind you.
Yeah, okay, so I'll just turn around, I'll just slam the door.
and everything just kind of rattles. Barely hanging on there,
Yeah.
So,
so I'll put the door back straight and then
Nice.
Yeah.
So as you guys are kind of like huddled in here, almost like shoulder to shoulder, almost, Bonner's on the table. There's the one kind of like large. There's a lantern, that's there. Ansel kind of picks up the lantern and brings it closer to Bonner's face, and he kind of does something similar to what Thoraya did. He looks at the boy's eyes, and opens his mouth to look at his gums, and his teeth and his tongue. Kind of reaches in with a grimy hand and pulls the boy's tongue out and kind of looks at it and kind of like rubs his fingers together, and he thinks for a moment or two, and then he turns to you guys as a group more or less, and he says this boy suffers from a most devious elixir, if I do say so for myself. And he winks at you, Cabello, and says, "I'm surprised you weren't the symptoms weren't familiar to you with some of the circles that you travel in."
I can't know everything. Okay. I'm a busy man.
He says there is hope. He says I do have a means of curing the boy. And he rubs his gnarled hands together. He says he needs a special elixir made from the wings of a blue dartwing.
And I elbow Vicamir. Listen close, Vicamir. You might learn something here.
I've learned plenty in the woods. Don't you worry.
So, Vicamir can make oh my god, I'm drawing a blank here. He can make a
cunning, I guess. Is it just like a recall of knowledge?
I'm sorry, a cunning roll. No, a cunning roll. I'm sorry.
Cunning roll. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Can I though? Well, I got a 9. That's under my 10.
Okay. All right. Okay. You are aware that the blue dartwing is kind of like basically a large. When I say large, I would say about the size of your hand. Size of dragonfly, actually. Okay. That type of creature. And the wings are kind of have they kind of shimmer and glow.
Okay.
And they are found in the bright Davakar. Okay. Not easy to find. They are somewhat rare, but typically they're found near bodies of water. So whether that's a lake or a pool, stream, anything like that. Okay. Now, so that's what goes through your mind when he says that. He says I have the additive. He says, but I will not make this curative or just coin. And he looks at Taro when he says that. He says, as your friend Cabello knows, things are in turmoil here in Blackmore.
And we had nothing to do with that, despite the rumors.
He holds up a gnarled finger in Taro's direction, and he says, that is not what the word is amongst the townsfolk. He says, and if it is known that I am aiding the likes of you, it would not bode well for me.
But you are not. You are aiding Thoraya, who has nothing to do with our relationship with Rigel.
Rigel? Okay.
It is Thoraya's young apprentice. That is who you help.
Dell, is Thoraya, is he covered up?
Yeah, well, he had the cloak, especially since it was raining, over his face.
Okay.
So I'll take the cloak like this and pull it back over my head and say, "It's my charge," and reveal my face.
Okay. So Ansel kind of takes a step back, and he squints, and looks at you again, and kind of cackles when when you show your face, and he says, "Ah!" He says, "Ah." He says, "Now I understand. I understand." He says, "The web grows wider and even more sticky." He says, "What do you
understand?"
He says, "I've met another of your kind as of late."
My eye, eyebrow goes up a little bit, and I give a glance over at Vicamir, who, had exchanged info about the changeling.
Mm-hmm. I would have told them who I knew that this particular elf body that we had seen previously was actually known to me, and that it was Linton, a con artist. So okay. I'll just ask him. I'll inquire when he's asking about that. So, who was this changeling that you met?
He says information is not free. It is professional courtesy for me not to give out any information about some of my customers or customers' customers.
So I jingle the bag a little bit, fish out 5 shillings, and hold these shillings toward him in my fist. These 5 shillings, half a thaler, basically.
Okay. He looks at that and kind of looks down the sloping of his nose at you, at Taro, and kind of sniffs.
So I'll fish out 5 more, a full thaler for this information.
He says, "Is not the boy's life more than that to you?"
I thought this was just information on the changeling. Of course, when you save the boy's life, I will pay then. I won't pay you until the boy is safe.
He says, "This information may also have more to do with the boy than you realize."
So I'll look about my colleagues. Then 2 thalers, and I'll dig out enough for 2 thalers.
Okay.
I look down my nose at him as I turn sideways.
What do you need?
No. What do you need from us? Kind of inquiring mind wants to know. You know what I mean? So
I was going to say, well, Ansel, we seem to be kind of spouting words and basically delaying
he's beating around the bush
of time that this boy may need to be aided. How much time are we looking at that we have for poor Bonner? Is he about to pass when the morning comes, or?
He says, "You will have time to perform this task that I am going to give you, and make it back here by early morning, and then, but not too much later than that, on the boys."
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What do you need from us? I'm looking cautiously as I say.
I'm guessing that you're going to need the wings of this blue dart that you mentioned before.
And he says, "No." He says, "I have the wings of the dart."
No, he's got that.
He says, "I need something more from you." He says, "There's about like I said, a few hours travel within the Bright Davakar. There's a cave there." And he says, in that cave is a area where the imp stool rolls. And he says, "I would like a cluster of those orange-capped mushrooms, and bring them back to me, and I will have the antidote ready for you. You can leave the boy here. I will watch over him."
Okay. Is there need to know about these imp stools, like how they must be carried? Will they be dangerous to us, even touching them?
Okay. He smiles and he says, "I see you are one of the forest and know what to ask other than these." And he kind of shakes his head as he kind of looks at Cabello.
Yeah, I elbow Cabello. Look at this.
I'm actually most grateful that I'm not of the civilized folk.
He says, "You being one of the people of the forest, you should know. You should already know." And he says, "But anyway," he says, He says the imp stools are squat, and he kind of is kind of his hands, to kind of make gestures to as if he could almost like you can visualize, what these mushrooms look like, but they just look like
stools. Right.
He says, of course, they're squats, orange cap mushrooms. They grow in caves.
Sure. Please do the hand gesture again.
He says, there's nothing else you need to know. You'll know them as soon as you see them.
All right.
But you must be careful when you pluck them, that you don't damage what would you call them?
As long as he give us, the heads, but as long as he gives us the containers or whatever we need to carry.
I'm guessing there'll be some sort of a mushroom basket we would need to carry them in. And
that's fine, yeah. He'll give you like a closed wicker.
Yeah.
Thing, Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think this is agreeable.
About head sized, with the handle.
All right. Well, time is of the essence. If this is a couple hours away, we've got to get going now. We don't have horses, so it will be by foot. It will be long.
And it's still raining?
Of course.
Yeah. Of course. It's always raining here. It's the rains intermingle with the tears on my face. You can't see together. I'll let him know that the boy's my charge, but the boy will be his charge. It's to his detriment if he doesn't. I expect that same responsibility. So when I come back, he needs to be unmolested and better. We do our job, he does his.
He says, it's best that you do not threaten me, changeling. He says, I know much of your kind. And he, you see he kind of like strokes this pendant around his throat, Dell, that you see.
Yeah.
And you automatically know that it's made out of what is it, iron or whatever it is? What's the metal that
I think it is iron, yeah.
Iron, yeah, it's iron.
That repels the chains.
Yeah, and it's got some kind of runes carving into it. He says, I know all about your kind.
Now, I've got Lore Master, and of course, you let me know that. If there's anything deeper, I can roll for that. If I can read any of this, these runes, or know where it may have came from, or anything.
Go right ahead. Make a flat roll.
Okay.
Under your
7, got it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
7 to 13. You said cunning, right?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. You know that those are, the runes there are, where's it at here? Are related, although you do not know specifically, but you know that they are related to the Church of, is it Prios or Prios?
Prios.
Yeah.
Okay, I slightly do a sigh hiss type thing as I recoil a little bit when I see him, but I have an understanding, but there's immediate enmity between he and I now. But I still get a hold of his gaze.
Typically, Jason.
Yeah.
And actually, Todd, you as well. You guys can also make a roll.
Which one?
To see, before I give it all out, to see if you recognize anything about that amulet or pendant that he's wearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got Lore Master. Okay, so that's cunning?
Yes, please. Yes.
Now, I made it, but I don't have Lore Master. Just so you know.
Fine. Okay. All right. Okay, so Jason.
Under the number, right?
Yes. Roll low. Yep, roll low.
But not the number under.
You got a 20? Is that what you're
equal to or under? Equal or under?
Equal or under.
I got. Oh, equal or under? Okay.
Yeah, it's equal.
Okay. That's what I was trying to say.
So Todd, was that a yes or well? It doesn't.
That was a yes. Yes.
That was yes. Okay.
Lore Master.
So so Vicamir does not. Justin, is that what I gathered?
Yeah.
Okay. So Taro, you recognize that as looking very similar to something that you saw around the necks of the witch hunters. Okay. Cabello and Thariah. Cabello, you also recognize it as definitely being something that was worn the witch hunters. Okay, and also Thariah and Cabello. You guys basically know that it is basically a sigil, like a
word or something.
What's the word?
Lord.
Yes, thank you. Oh, yes, yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes. Yep. Okay. So when Thariah hissed, that was the correct response to something like that. Yes.
Award.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yep.
He watches my ward, I watch his.
Okay. Right. So he gives you guys some vocal directions as to actually to Vicamir, because I think Vicamir is the one who would probably be the most versed in the Davakar. Yeah. So he actually gives you guys some directions so you guys can follow Vicamir's lead to get to this cave. That's not too far in the Bright Davakar.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, assuming you guys are done with poor Ansel, you guys head out into the pouring rain once again, even more soaked. And after not too much time, you guys see the Davakar looming in the near distance, dark and foreboding.
Okay, so then what I'll do at that point, these guys see I raise my hands to kind of make an echoing call. You hear me give like a big wolf call, just ooh, ooh, and then you hear a response coming from Davakar, and you see the biggest, basically darkest looking wolf you've ever seen. It starts coming out, and then you see me kind of walk up to it, and then I pet the top of her head.
Okay.
Say, it's good to see you again, old friend. I can't stand the city.
I definitely.
Those who aren't familiar, because technically I never actually met any of these characters.
Right.
I'll be like,
Right.
my companion.
Right.
Don't worry, she'll take care of us while we transverse the woods.
Okay. All right.
Right up until that moment, I was taking long, purposeful strides, and then when that wolf came out, I stopped still and slid, staff in the position and just stood there stock still until I saw that exchange.
Yeah. You see the essentially,
I
would say, the dire wolf.
Davakar, you should know.
Yeah. So she shakes her, to shed as much water as is possible, as hounds do, and you guys see just like droplets just go everywhere,
Sprayed all over us too.
Yeah, she lets out another howl, and Vicamir, you know that she's quite irritated.
No, I know she is. She's probably looking to get back to the woods because the canopy will probably shield us pretty well. So, all right.
And,
so let's not dally. Let's hurry.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you guys continue towards the forest, and it's almost as if you guys are just like entering the like shrouded arms of a living entity as you guys kind of meld into the forest.
Right.
With like I said, with the rain coming down and the thunder and the lightning above you. So yeah, okay. So you guys enter. Vicamir, are there any special instructions you want to give as you guys make your way through the forest?
Keep your light low, and try not to make very much noise.
Okay. All right. Are there any special anything special you guys, any of the characters are doing, or that we need to know? Anything other than
I will pull my pike out and be carrying my pike. And I might mutter under my breath, the Davakar, this was supposed to be where I make my name.
You've made your name, though.
I will look around apprehensively into our surroundings, gripping my stiletto
Mm-hmm.
Yes, stepping carefully.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anything?
But actually, I want to, whenever I get from the back, I'll change into a wolf as well. No, it has to be something. It has to be something smaller.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a little smaller.
Yeah, it has to be a squirrel or a lizard or something like that. I know I had to.
Yeah.
So
rabbit.
Yeah.
I've already done the skunk.
Yeah.
I've did the skunk before, so
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine.
No, so no change or yes change?
No change.
No change. Okay.
That's
All
the
right.
Black Mamba.
There would be no advantage to you to be changing now, changeling. Even if you did, I don't want to be chasing you and a horned owl through the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I don't say it. I was just wanting to do a little sniffing and get to know her.
I'm quite familiar with that power myself.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're doing.
Okay. All right. So you guys trudge stepping through
muck and
a mud. Yeah, it looks like a game trail actually that you guys are on. And you guys, as the mud kind of pulls, at your feet, almost as if it's at. I can't talk. Almost as if it's trying to hold your feet.
Okay. Then trying as best as I can. I'll try and see if I can kind of keep to rocks if I can.
You'd have a better chance of keeping to more like grassy type areas where there's like a mixture. Maybe there's some rock outcroppings here and there, and then also like rooted, more densely treed areas, which may give you a little more of a solid footing, which it sounds like what you're going for.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Just plodding along
for them. Because the last thing we need is like losing boots and stuff like that.
I'm just plodding along like David Carradine in Kung Fu, without a whipper. It's just something that we got to do. So nobody told me life was going to be easy.
It was going to be easy, right? Okay.
No,
all right. Justin, you can go ahead and make another cunning check.
Ooh, rolled a 3.
A 3? Okay.
Under 10, yeah.
Okay. You surmise that because of the veracity, just how the storm. It's not like, oh my God, this is once every 50 years, but it's a pretty significant storm that's going on. You guys
deluge.
can hear the wind kind of whipping through the trees, kind of for lack of a better term, howling through the trees. There's little bits of just forest material that that's kind of flying around, kind of whipping around as you guys are moving, and you are very much aware that this storm and the cover of darkness will be both a boon and a bane to you guys, because your forms and your actions are kind of being muffled, but that goes both ways. Okay.
So that's with cover, but good luck trying to hear anything that might be coming to you.
Yeah. And you do know that even though this is Bright Davakar, that there are always dangers. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So after about another hour of picking your way, which to you would be considered a very at a slow pace, because you're being extra careful in order to make things as easy for your companions as possible. Mm-hmm. You finally see the landmark of a old or ancient, I guess I should say, kind of like for lack of a better word, kind of like an elvish. Like a totem stone of sorts that is kind of leaning almost like drunkenly to one side, and you know that the cave is very nearby.
Okay.
And these stones are were used as kind of like territorial markers for the elves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll just leave that. I'll be like, I'll just say be very, very careful
mm-hmm.
in this particular area.
Oh yeah, as with another like flash of lightning and boom of thunder, you guys can see that there's this stone is like covered in like elven script and things of that nature.
This is where I want to use the lore master because I've just running with the Iron Pact.
Mm-hmm.
So I know as far as with my monastery.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to know if I could read or identify or at least associate to some degree what this marker entails.
Okay, let me see. Let me see 1 second. I do not cheat you. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, okay, all right. Okay.
Is it cunning?
Yeah, it's cunning. It's cunning. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so go ahead. Make a cunning test.
Straight roll.
Straight roll, please. Yep.
6.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, you know that kind of what I already kind of told you guys, that this is kind of like a territorial marker of some sort, but it's also a warning. Okay. Not only that that you are trespassing upon elven claimed territories, and also this marker it's ancient, it's very old, but you see that it also without going into a lot of detail is telling the story of apparently a battle that was fought in this spot, and of all the not only of the lives that were taken by the elves, but also of the terrible price that was paid.
Okay. As far as the terrible price of lives, just in general, or something else?
Elven lives, and you see that...
Does it appear to be a victory for the elves? Since they laid the marker in the same land, right?
Yes, it appeared that it was considered to be a victory, but once again, at a terrible price.
Yeah, terrible loss. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, immediately I'm a little bit, worried about the corruption.
As you should.
And I really, because my staff will absorb that corruption from me, so I want to see if maybe kind of use a divining rod, so to speak. You know what I mean? And it would be overreaching the buildings. That's so if I could have perhaps sense any of that with the rod, if it ever gets to a certain place, that's what would be in my mind.
Okay. All right.
So proceed forward.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Vicamir, you see that Thariah basically, I don't know how close to the marker stone you got, Dale, or he got.
Yeah. I can kind of see him. He's probably like pretty much right up to it and kind of scraping off the runes and trying to stand there. I'm like,
no, I'd be using my staff, 10-foot pole. I learned that job. To scraping things off, you know what I mean, or like that. Because I'm looking for any kind of runes light up as I'm getting closer.
So you see that, he's more or less using his staff as kind of like an implement to kind of clear, to kind of clear off the what would you call it, the dirt and the grime, and I guess some of the
just kind of put my hand on his shoulder, and be like, don't disturb or things you have no that you have no understanding of.
I'll give you a sharp look because this
we have no time for this, not right now. Your charge is poisoned back in Blackthorn. Make that the priority now. We can always come back at another time.
He's talking, but I've already he's speaking to the trail of bubbles I just left in my stead as I've walked on from him. Set my staff, and started walking like that after I gave him a sharp glance as he did that. So I'm moving forward because I'm fully aware of the dangers of this.
Okay. Okay.
And,
yeah.
And Taro thinks it's a sign saying this way to the mushrooms.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
right.
Taro
thinks
in the
it's a sign,
part,
right? Oh, this is the way to the mushrooms.
Okay.
Yeah, eat at Joe's.
Okay.
I've got lore master too. So.
Oh, do you, Todd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check to see if I see if I know what this is too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to go with Taro's interpretation.
Okay. All right. So it's a flat roll. So meter beat flat lower.
Okay, I got 15 and I rolled an 8.
Here we doing mushrooms.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
Taro's excited he gets to do mushrooms.
Yeah, Taro spent the last 60 days high on mushrooms. Yeah.
Right. Those sound familiar. So Todd, Cabello also can take a closer look, and being that your background is a little bit different, I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll say that you also kind of gather from maybe some of the etchings in this stone that aren't like too worn away from the years and years, of exposure to the environment. You also gander that there was some kind of a terrible skirmish or battle of some sort here, and that also there seemed to be a win at a terrible price that was paid, and from your perspective, I would say that it's fair and safe to say that being that there was loss of life and limb here, that there might be elven treasures nearby, because just or similarly to what Araya put forth to do with the changeling that you guys left out, from what you understand, elves do something similar with their dead. They offer their dead back to the forest. They don't bury them in the ground. They let them basically rot.
Right.
And with that, there may be treasure about here. Possibly.
This has piqued my interest.
That was the last thing that the rider would be thinking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so definitely Cabello sees things a little differently, which is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
Well, what are we waiting for, my friends? Let us go forth. We have nothing to fear here.
There's nothing shiny.
Okay.
Lead on, Thoraya. Lead on.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, Vicamir, there is a slight incline, almost like a not quite a hill, but I don't know, kind of like a incline.
Okay.
that leads up, kind of like in the trees a little bit, and with another flash of lightning, you see that there appears to be like a outcropping of stone up ahead, and you think you guys are finally here. And this is only like maybe about 100 yards or so away from the elven marker. Okay.
Looks like we're here. The cave is just beyond, it's just beyond this hill. I can see it from here doing the outcropping. You can see the outline.
Okay. And you see with more of the lightning from the sky that there is indeed a cave mouth there that looms there, darker than the night outside.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't let the dog out of my sight either. As well as Vicamir. They're kind of new.
The dog.
A wolf.
Not a wolf, but you Ambrian bred fool.
No, I don't say this. This is interior monologue. But I'm just looking to see what the mud. I mean the wolf is, if his hackles are up or if he senses danger. Once I realized
she She seems to be. That was a good question, Del. She seems to be a little skittish, Vicamir. And while Cabello and Thariah were examining the stone back there, you could hear her kind of whine a little bit.
Okay.
So she's definitely apprehensive.
So she's sensing something. So, anyways, I'll just have her kind of sit back for now if she feels uncomfortable. But we have to go kind of towards the cave.
Well, she's still, she stays fairly close to your side, but yeah, she's letting you lead.
Okay.
Letting you lead. Okay.
All right.
So you guys make your way up the hillside or the incline towards the cave, and Taro, your foot steps on something, and with a loud snap.
I stop immediately where I'm at, and assess whether I've lost toes, or whether my foot's in a trap, and then I'll look down to see what it is
After waiting for the pain to come and none comes, you look down. Right. And you see that you've actually stepped on the remains, a carcass of some sort.
Okay, I'll step back away from it a little bit, and with the end of my pike, the blunt end, I'll kind of push at it or stir it around, break it up, see if it's an animal or a humanoid or...
Yes, appears to be an animal, like maybe a deer of some sort. Yep. Okay. That has been it's a carcass. It's been consumed to a certain degree, and then the bones left there.
I was a ranger. Can I tell roughly how old?
Yeah, if you want to give me a cunning roll, sure. Yeah, I'll give you as much info as I can.
The rain, the mud, my stepping on it. I'm having a heck of a time telling how old this is.
So you definitely know that, like I said, it's some type of a deer, a herbivore of some sort, and you also can tell that yes, it was. You see that there's a skull there. Okay, it was an adult. I'll give you that. Okay. Just because you are a ranger.
Sure.
And you see that the skull has been shattered. Okay, so I will give you that much.
Okay.
Shattered and eaten. Okay. How long ago? You aren't sure.
Okay. I'll look about.
Yes, not. I will give. This is the last piece I'm gonna give you. Not dressed. Okay. So yeah, but eaten.
Yeah, it's fallen to prey to something. Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
It's been the victim of something on the food chain greater than itself. Yes.
That much you would know. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. But I look about to see if there's any more. Is this? Are there lots of these carcasses about now?
Okay. As you make that, you become aware of that. You start to actually look around, and you start to make out that scattered here and there are various bones of animals.
Okay, I'll nod to my comrades and wave my pike, pointing them out. It looks as though we may be in the feeding grounds of some great beast, or not so great beast, but it's clearly the feeding grounds. What is it, Vicamir, that would live among the same place mushrooms are found?
Oh, geez, any number of things. Natural or unnatural.
I mean, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, my friends. Please, there is elven treasure close by. I am quite sure.
You have been going on for elven treasure for the past 20 minutes.
Let's not concern ourselves with the normal cycle of life here, circle of life here in the woods. Let us go forward and find this.
I suggest we get the mushrooms and any elven treasure we can find and get out of here quickly.
I'm more interested in just getting the mushrooms and getting out.
Well, if there's no wind and it's raining underneath the canopy, how hard is the rain? You said it's deluge. I think it would keep the scent down a little bit at least from any kind of beast that could be
The thing is, we have to be very cautious into the cave. But
better check with either Taro or Victor.
Taro hadn't bathed in 70 days.
Like Victor was saying, we probably walk into
this rain is the best bath I've had in 70 days.
But we could be walking into the lair with this cave,
Okay.
I do want to. Yes. Yeah, but I'll stop. Thinking that if we pull up short of the cave, and basically I want to do some reconnaissance so I can change into something to see what we're dealing with.
Okay, so what is the something you would like to change it to?
I know. Tell me about it.
You think about that. Okay, so what's Taro doing?
I'm headed toward the mouth of the cave, but with every step, I'm looking both ways with every step toward the cave, scanning to make sure I'm not ambushed as I move toward the cave.
And I guess what I'll do, I'll get right beside Taro as well, and I'll just begin lighting the torch so that we can see inside the cave and see what we have going around here. So he doesn't need to, because he has a big dual-wielding halberd, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm not sure will be very useful inside a tight cave.
I also have a dagger and a sword, so I've got the weapons covered, man. Since that's what I do. But yes, I've got smaller weapons.
Yeah, so I'll just begin to try and light the torch as best as I can, so I can provide the light that we'll need in the cave.
Okay, and then Cabello?
Scanning, schmanning. I am going forward towards my goal, which I'm sure will hold elvish treasure.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So
I'm not looking around for any danger.
You're not looking around. Okay. All right. So with the light of the torch that's flared up at your back, you're still moving forward towards the mouth of the cave. Okay. And then Dale, what did the riot decide he's gonna change into?
I have to remember the name of it. I'm trying to look through. Okay. It is in the monster manual.
Muskrat.
No, I'm thinking about
weasel.
No, it's a glint. It's what
Martin.
No, a glint.
Honey badger.
Honey badger.
No, not a honey badger. But you know what I'm talking about.
Honey badger.
Yeah, a glint. Yeah.
All right, let me
honey
find
badger.
it.
Yeah, I said that.
Let me find it. Hang on. Let me find it.
What's a glance?
It's
is
a
that
supernatural
legal,
fairy thing?
Is that legal for you to change into though?
No, it's got to be something useless. It depends on what rank you have at it. You have is it shape shift or shape change? Because those are two different things.
I think he's got
because shape change is you actually change your facial features to look like a different person. Shape shift, you change into an animal.
Yeah, I got shape shift.
Okay, so shape shift, if you only have the novice level, it says specifically you are just an animal who is completely useless at combat, which is not going to be a glint, because a glint's kind of more like a supernatural weird insect.
Yeah.
That nests itself in. Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So it would be more of a natural.
It's like you have to be like a squirrel or a rabbit or
Yeah, you're looking at more like a puppet master.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can see my line of thought as far as me hijacking the beast.
Yeah, I have the same spell myself to do reconnaissance or run away if I have to. So
what do you think, Dale?
I'll just do the skunk.
Look again? Okay. All right. Okay. So are you running up ahead with Cabello, or are you staying back, or what's your plan?
Oh, I will go inside. No, I'm not going to hold back. I want to go in there first and foremost. Mm-hmm. I will try to, or at least to spray it out. And you know what I mean? If you can hit it at a choke point and ambush it or whatever may come out, or I may come out and let you know what I do.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm really more interested. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. No. I'm just trying to figure out what. So you're diving in.
100% focused on mushrooms. Fill the basket filled with mushrooms. Then we leave.
Oh, and who's got the basket, by the way?
I got the basket.
Okay.
I have a basket in one hand, torch in the other.
Right. And I'm not quite in front of Cabello as he's past me. But I'm leading with my pike there to protect the barbarian while we go to harvest mushrooms.
I see Cabello just nest the whole time.
Yeah. And Taro is hoping these mushrooms might be a nice recreational relaxation tool.
Now, are the mushrooms inside? Because this is where I was thinking.
Well, hang on. So we've got Thoraya the skunk who runs out in front, is what I'm guessing, right? That's what you're kind of telling me. So he basically enters the cave first. Then we've got Cabello right on his tail, on his right behind him. Then we've got Taro.
Yeah.
And then we've got Vicamir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Who
and
has
and Midnight will be behind me.
Yeah, the wolf.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, and Midnight. I'm sorry. Yes.
Because Midnight does count as a party member.
Yeah.
I should also probably advise that too. So if you ever look at encounters, it says straight up she'll end up getting experience along with us and counts as.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And actually counts as a party member.
Yeah.
So
I did not know that.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Vicamir's got the torch and the basket.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Todd is Cabello. He's got his implements of surgery out and ready.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go back. Okay. So you guys see Thoraya. You guys see the kind of, I would say it's a little larger of a skunk. You see it.
I think I have to do a resolute check to change.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that. I'm sorry. Jumping ahead. You guys are getting me excited. This is going to be
Yeah, they fell for it.
Resolute's 15, I rolled a 14.
Okay, all right. It's gonna did it, but that's all that matters. Okay, so your form changes. You change into the larger skunk. Midnight kind of huffs at you as you do that, and you run past everyone. And Cabello, you see the large skunk that you know is Thoraya. Dart into the dark cave ahead of you. And does Thoraya, I can't remember, do changelings have any kind of sensory, is their sight special or anything? No?
I don't think so.
No? Okay, all right, okay.
It's up to you to figure if maybe a skunk would have kind of a special sight, right?
I'm gonna just give him a little bonus for perception and stuff. So
no, I can roll my eyes proficiently, it says here.
You can do what? I'm sorry.
I roll proficiently.
Like a teenage girl, he can roll his eyes really well.
I can. Yeah, it's master level.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah. His next master skill is sighing.
It has whatever in quotes. It has whatever in quotes.
All right. So I need Del, you, and Todd to give me a hang on one second here. I need you guys to give me give me quick rolls.
Yep.
Okay.
And those are going to be at a -3 penalty. And tell me what you guys get.
Taro whispers to Vicamir, "You know, I have 300 shillings. We could just buy those toadstools and Thistlehold. Someone must sell them."
Now you think of this?
A group of junior adventurers to go on this quest.
Okay.
Can't we hire out this job?
The lower the better.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
And
I did not succeed.
Yeah, I made it.
Okay, and you did not succeed? Okay.
I did not
All right,
succeed.
okay. So, Cabello, you notice at the mouth of the cave that you see that...
Hey, now let me say this. It says, what am I challenged? I can re-roll quick or discreet when I'm in a shape-shifted form.
Okay, yeah, but that's very specific, though. Discreet is for if you want to remain hidden,
Right.
And quick is if you're dodging or running away from something.
Okay, that's not. Yeah, this
I know. I just don't know how.
Yeah, this isn't a combat. Yeah, this is a combat situation. That's important.
That's what I did not know.
It's important, but it's not. It's not going to help.
Okay, I didn't know if I was dodging some kind of an ogre swing at that moment. So.
Well, no, not yet.
You were but a mouthful in the skunk form.
Yeah.
So, Cabello, you see that there appears to be some sort of camouflaged thing going on that Thariah is heading right into. So what would you like to do?
I hiss out a warning to him.
Okay.
Beware, my friend, beware. Something is.
Oh my God.
Okay, yes. Dell.
There's literally a possum on my porch right now.
Yeah, is it really?
Serious out. So I'm gonna show you.
That possum is telling you that's what the form you need to take. Yeah. Screw the skunk.
Yeah. Change form to possum. It's the only way.
Possums play dead real well.
Can you see it?
Yes. Yeah, I can see it. It's on the left.
Wow.
Yeah.
See it?
There she is.
Let's hope it doesn't have rabies.
Oh, wow. There you go. That's a thought.
Wow.
Yeah. He's came up before.
What, are you feeding them or what?
Christ, where do you
live,
I mean, you live out in the swamps? What? Hillbilly? Are you a hillbilly?
Are you the Davacar?
What are you doing?
There's yeah, I'm living in a Davacar. I'm changing to awesome. Yep, that was my neighbor.
Black beast.
Yeah.
You guys eat those as a delicacy down there, don't you?
Oh boy, don't get them started.
Yeah, with honey.
We're having possum tonight.
You gotta lather it into the fur. Now there's a creek in my backyard and whatnot.
Ah, there you go.
A little bit of woodland. Yeah. But he came up. It's funny because my cat was out there.
Oh, when she was getting
down.
I think Cat's going to win that fight, but, No.
So, Thariah hears a loud snap, and you need to make a vigilant at -2 penalty. Instead of a -4, you get a -2. Thanks to Cabello.
You say -2. That's he's -2 to his roll.
Yes.
No,
-2 to his attribute.
Is his attribute his roll? Well,
makes it harder for you.
Yeah, his target number is harder.
That's how I interpreted
his target number
is harder.
Yes, his target number is harder.
Yeah, -2 to his attribute
is lower. If that's how you want to look at it.
Right. Yeah, if you have a 15, it's now a 13. Yeah. So you need a 13.
Yeah, you never adjust the roll. You adjust the attribute.
Yeah. Yep. The target number. Yep. Yeah. That is an important distinguishing thing. Thanks,
I think he's.
Uh-oh, did we lose him just right there?
I think she's trying to kill it with a broom so they can have it for dinner tomorrow night.
For dinner?
She's got the spigot just to get ready for the barbecue. So,
possum pie.
Good thing you guys are friends, because that's him fighting words in certain parts of the country.
Man. I'm not going there.
Put it on a spit.
With some A1.
It's good eating.
I don't make cod jokes with Justin either.
Right.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, God.
That's pretty great.
So what do you got, Del? What'd you do? Vigilant -2.
Oh, vigilant -2.
Yeah. We're planning to find out.
Oh, man, I rolled a 14 again. Mm-hmm. And my vigilance 15, so I failed it. Can we just
Okay, all right. So
I had like possum.
You guys see kind of like a rudimentary, for lack of a better term, like a bear trap of sorts that snaps and gets poor Thariah the skunk on one of his forelegs.
Oh my God! This is the second time this has happened to me, Jason.
And
you actually lost the whole limb in our game.
You're gonna take 2 points.
He lost the whole leg in Mark.
Okay, and Taro, you see that this thing is made out of the woodcraft is pretty darn good, It's made out of like sharpened, wood and twine and stuff like that. So you guys hear Thariah yelp out in pain. Okay.
Okay. Can we free him?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, yeah.
Now,
you can leave him there to keep him safe, and that way he's out of the way as you guys.
Probably reflexively sprayed.
As I approach, is this a snare?
You let it go.
I mean, I would have sprayed reflexively from that, from that pain.
Oh damn!
So be it then. Okay. So this loud cloud.
So as Cabello points out the danger, he gets squirted in the face. Is that what you're saying?
He didn't get me, did he?
I've been there. I've actually been there.
It's nasty. It's like mace, right?
It's horrible, brother. And you smell it for weeks. Yeah.
So you might want to.
What were you saying, David?
You might want to have second thoughts. Is this cloud of vapor kind of envelops?
As
the area.
As I approach, can I make out if this is a? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Todd. I didn't hear you.
I didn't get sprayed though, right?
Let's see. Since Dell was so nice to make a quick roll.
Yeah, your mouth was open and everything.
-2 quick.
That's not good.
Let's play to find out.
Yeah, let's play to
your
find
mouth was open and everything, brother.
Yeah, you saw a cluster of elven coins.
Yeah.
You bent over.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Ate it?
Well under.
Okay, all right, okay. So you see the hindquarters kind of tense up and you move to the side and you're able to avoid this spray of a skunk funk that comes out.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So but the air is still quite reeks quite a lot, but you did not get directly hit. No.
So much for our surprise surprise attack, gentlemen.
Okay, so what's the next move?
Can I see if this is a snare? Is this a hunting snare?
Yes. Well, when you say hunting snare, what do you mean?
The thing that trapped our friend Thariah.
Yeah, it's bushcraft. Yeah,
okay. Okay. I'm thinking we leave him and get these mushrooms.
Well, yeah, we can't.
I wouldn't necessarily put him. Well, he'd be in considerable pain being stuck in this trap. It's not only meant to hold; it's barbed, so it will hurt.
Are you still? Still in skunk form, Del?
No, I would have to roll resolute again to get out.
Make a roll. Then. Okay, make a roll.
Wearing a snare on his big foot.
Honestly, I failed it. I rolled a 19.
He's stuck in animals.
Too much.
Yeah. Can't focus. Can't concentrate.
For right now. Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm going to go ahead. Without a second thought, I'm just going to rip the trap apart.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't let him suffer. So
you see, he's the wound looks to be fairly egregious, but he's not. It's not mortal by any means.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what do you guys do?
Looking for mushrooms. Keep moving forward.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So you guys are at the
Elven
cave.
treasure. Elven treasure.
You guys are at the mouth of the cave. Okay. And is Cabello? Are you taking the lead now, or is Thariah the skunk still limping?
Well, if he wants to limp
to the front, or
what's?
How are you guys doing it?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Well, I'd say with the existence of traps, I don't know. Maybe it would be best to just proceed with caution with you up ahead, Cabello.
We're almost done, guys. So I'm looking at the clock, so we're good. I'm not gonna.
I will move carefully forward and try and I have bushcraft, so I should be able to help me discern if there's any traps.
Okay, so have Cabello do a flat vigilant. Give me a vigilant roll.
Okay, 5 vigilant. I have a 10, and I rolled a 12.
Okay. All right. So as you kind of peer up ahead through the shadows of this cave mouth with Vikamir's torch kind of behind you, you hear the wolf Midnight kind of begin to whine. You know how dogs somewhat do. And you didn't hear it or see it, but you now see that there is a form coming out of the shadows of the cave, moving towards you. You can hear some plodding footsteps now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to be discreet.
I'm the only one that notices this.
You're skunk, right, Del? Okay. Yeah. So
I've got the torch, right?
You're skunk with a hat now. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So I call out a warning to my companions.
Oh, do you? Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Discreet.
Okay. You
Something
see
is upon us.
and now smell this figure. Yeah, that just like a rotted, kind of like a animal kind of smell, and you see a loping figure burst out of the shadows of the out of the back of the cave. And let's see here. You guys see, where is he at here? Here he is. Okay. I'll put it in Discord again. Okay. You guys see this or that figure come plodding out barely into the flickering torchlight. Okay. And as the figure comes forward, you guys hear a grumbling, rumbling voice. And let's see, what is this guy? There it is. Okay. You guys hear this deep, gargly voice says, "Who's in Clark's domain?" And you see the figure barely comes into the torchlight, So you see the face and kind of like the upper shoulders, and kind of upper torso and maybe one of the lower legs. And this thing he's got to be like, I don't know, about like maybe 8 feet tall, skin mottled, and pimply, and just you guys can like smell kind of like the kind of like the animal kind of feral, smell like coming from this lair, and you guys see poking out of the shadows as well down by his side. You guys see a kind of like a shod, kind of like a rough looking like club of sorts that has like bits of like stone, kind of like pounded into it, to make kind of like a studded, like a studded club, like a jagged, like a jagged studded club, and you see it's stained as well, which you can imagine probably is blood. Okay, so he squints and peers, and you see with another like. It can barely, his words are barely understandable, by you guys, as his fangs and his teeth are kind of just like all over the place, and he says once again with his beady eyes and his brow furrows, and he says, "What do you do here?"
We collect mushrooms.
he looks towards Taro and he says, "Mushrooms?" And you see he's kind of he looks kind of as confused as I guess he can, and he says, "What mushrooms?" And he takes another lumbering step forward, and you hear Midnight starts to whine again. Okay, and you see
basically what I'll do is I'll kind of like set the basket. Yeah, I'll kind of set the basket down and kind of keep a hand on her just to kind of try and keep her calm.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of just want to take a look at this. I guess, is he an ogre or a troll? Like, can I tell in the dark, or is that just a form of muscle?
More ogre than troll for sure.
Okay. So what I'll say is, we have no business with you. So I can't even. What was his name?
Clark.
I can't even remember what his name was.
Clag.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll say that we have no quarrel with you, Clegg. We've only come to the cave to look for a mushroom called an imp stool.
I would say that without even needing a roll, Vicamir, and Thariah especially, and probably you guys know for sure, but I would also say that Cabello and Taro, you guys have a very good inclination of thinking this as well. But Thariah and Vicamir, you definitely see signs of a corruption.
No, like his eyes are like pitch black. Or the shadows seem to cling to him as he moves through the tunnel of the cave.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not. It's not a good sight for sore eyes. He once again takes another like hesitant step forward, but it appears as though as he steps further into the torchlight, he kind of blinks, and takes another step back. And kind of like irritatingly kind of waves one hand and says, this is, my home. He says, you leave here now.
Just swear around while he's busy.
But I'd like to ask him about before we go. I would like to ask you
before you leave.
Elven treasure.
I will slap. Yeah. No.
Okay, so hang on one second. I got that from Cabello, and then Dale, what were you saying?
I wanted to slip around back, and I'm still in form of a skunk. You know what I mean? Enough to slip around him while he's talking with them in the darkness to see if I can find something. In deep cave.
I was going to say, keep both hands on that halberd, Taro. I don't think we're going to come out of here without a fight.
Mm-mm. No, I'm. Unfortunately, with its length, I have first attack in any combat situation. So I can keep him at bay until he chooses to, and then.
Okay. Well, we'll see what Dale's going to do here first. I guess
they'll make a vigilant. Discreet. I'm sorry, discreet roll at I'll give you a +2.
But he also gets to roll twice because he's an animal. Yeah. He's a tiny animal,
if he it takes the better
with the plus.
He takes the better of the 2 because he's a small animal.
Okay. So +2 to your discreet, Del, and roll with advantage.
I already did. I get a 12.
I did. You passed it.
You're good. Okay. All right. Okay. So, what is your intent, Dale? What are you trying to do besides be sneaky? What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm trying to get to the back because survey what's back there. Are there mushrooms?
Yes.
And also, if there's anyone back there, or if there's anything of value that he has, that might distract him. That kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. Okay. So you, as we'll call him what it is now, as the ogre turns his attention to Cabello, Thariah, you make your move and slip into the shadows and tiptoe past him into the back of this.
I'm still in skunk form.
You wouldn't. Yeah, your roll wouldn't have been as easy if you hadn't.
Yeah.
Been. and you are dodging or stepping around just like various questionable piles of
refuse
stuff. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, that's back in here. It's pretty disgusting. Shig would love it, but it's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
As you make your way to the back of the cave. Okay, all right. So Todd, Cabello asked him about Elvis treasure, and he turns to you, and you see his brows kind of furrow, and his eyes get more squinty, and he says, "Just as I thought." He says, "You're here for my treasure." And he takes another step forward.
Good, Cabello, keep him busy.
Turn back to my companion. I know. Well, at least we know now that it's here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well,
keep him busy, Cabello. We will get the toadstools and the treasure.
He says, "All your kind that come here always want my treasure. Elf treasure."
Yes.
He's not wrong.
You got it. Know when to hold up.
He says,
know when to walk away, know when to run.
And he says, "And just like all the others," and he waves or points with his club, and you see that there's a pile of remains over against one wall, and you see that there's definitely humanoid remains there. There's like the pile's about almost waist high, and you see that there's various bones and skulls and things kind of like pushed together. And he says, "Just like all the others, you'll add to my pile." And he lopes forward. So we're gonna have a combat. All right. I didn't forget about you, Dale. Give me 1 second.
No, y'all gonna have a combat.
Okay, so let's do this. All right, so let's see. You guys go in order of highest quickness, or quick rather, yeah.
Yeah.
And if anybody has the same quick, if you want to, it's up to you guys. You can either roll for it, or you guys can decide who goes, before who.
Well, I'll step the minute he screams that and comes toward us with my pike. Yeah. I always have the first, so I step up and let him catch this thing full bore coming in. If I can get him centered.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he kind of gets us even before combat really kind of starts, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know what I need to roll.
You usually it's your accurate.
No, I mean whatever his defense is. I don't know what the modifier is.
Oh, right.
You've got a +5.
Oh, well then I hit, and I did 7 points of damage.
Ooh, okay. So, all right. So 7 points.
So as he steps forward, I just let him step his own weight into this weapon.
Ooh, okay. All right, okay. So he steps forward, and you guys really get a sense of how just massive he is, just like a rotted oak tree almost, And you guys also get a wave of just the
corruption,
the corruption of his presence. Okay, so you guys see Taro thrust forward, almost in anticipation, and the head of that pike, just it doesn't burrow into his shoulder, but it makes a wicked cut. But you, Taro, you feel the thickness of this guy's hide almost. He's got on I want to say shim sham, but just how the sometimes the trappers just have furs kind of sewn together,
yeah,
and just kind of draped over him almost like a poncho almost of sorts, but they're really just sewn together with looks like what would you call it, sinew and Yep.
It's
just kind of a mess, But he that seems to be the only thing that he's kind of wearing over himself. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So that happens. All right. So let's see here. Hang on one second. I want to check one other thing here. Let's see here. Give 1 second, guys. Okay, there it is. Okay, all right. So Taro needs to make just a flat defense test.
Okay, defense.
Yes, please.
Yes, 8.
Okay, so you did it. Okay, so you guys all notice, except for Thariah, who's not there, that when Taro pulls back his weapon, you guys see a spray of blood come out of the wound, and it hits the floor, or maybe one of the sides of the wall of the cave, and you guys hear a hiss, and you guys see like a vapor coming from this his blood that spatters the wall.
His blood is corrupt.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So what do we got with everybody's quick? Who's going first now?
Okay, so
13.
I got a 10.
I'm 15.
I think you're the fastest. Okay, you're 15. Okay,
but I
so
already
15.
went, so yeah.
Well, you got your first attack. Yeah.
Oh,
so you're good. So
okay.
So 15 for
It's
Taro.
also is that for initiative, right? Because
Yes.
I
You're quick.
I have tactician.
Okay.
No, I have tactician, which means I use my cunning, which is 15.
Ooh,
Right.
nice.
So you could
Cabello's
go. You could go first if you want to.
And what about Midnight?
So Midnight goes on 13.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So between Cabello and Taro, who wants to go first? Guys, let me know.
I'll let Todd go first since I had my initial preliminary.
Okay.
Okay. So Todd, just to give you, or just give everybody kind of the setup here. So Clag took a couple of steps towards Cabello, thinking he was just gonna crush him over the head with his club, and that's when Taro kind of intervened, stepped up, and cut him deeply with his weapon.
Yeah. So I'll use that as a distraction,
and
I'm gonna go low with my stiletto and try and stab him in one of his Achilles' heels.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. I don't see anything there. So what I will do is add or apply a -1 or -1 penalty to your accurate, and let me see. Let me read. Hang on. Let's see. Attempt to move past the enemy. Surround. Let's step forward. Okay, and go ahead and roll.
Okay, I also have acrobatic, but that only applies to something specific as far as trying to slip past the enemy or attempting to withdraw. So that doesn't really apply. But anyways, okay, so I'm going to try this. Accurate is now at 8. Here we go. Oh, I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So roll your, what's your damage?
Okay, 1d6 plus 1, and I rolled a 6.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is that max damage?
I'm having luck.
Is that max damage for your stiletto?
Yeah, so I got 7. Right, all together.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. So you are able to go low like you wanted to. You did 7 damage, and oh wow. Okay. Okay. He yells out as that weapon. You basically get him at the back of the leg, and go ahead and make a defense test as the corrupt blood kind of spews out of that wound.
Okay, and because I've got adept at tactician, I use my cunning.
Yep, that's fine.
Defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I have rolled a 4, so yeah.
You do it. Okay, so you're able to get in there with that stiletto, wound him, and get back out of the way. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so he's upset now. Okay, great. Okay, so what you did is since you made your attack, Todd, and this is a Dave call for tonight. You're gonna affect his next defense. You kind of crippled him a little bit with that shot. Okay, so instead of doing more damage, you actually kind of damaged his defense, so he's not able to defend himself as well. Okay, that's why I'm gonna interpret that.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So Taro's next.
Yep. And Taro, watching Cabello get his attention, driving his stiletto into his thigh. I'll come back around over the top, hacking in his shoulder head area.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no. 19.
Okay. Yeah, that's bad. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So you miss him in the flickering torchlight.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's midnight.
Okay, Midnight, I'm going to choose her not to actually engage with this thing because of the spewing of, this black ichor that's coming out of it. Like, she's very cautious about biting or scratching this friggin' thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of have her probably just stand in the back where she is just for now, unless I get threatened.
Okay.
But for how big this thing is it? Mm-hmm. Do I have line of sight at all? Like, can I see it? Could I fire my bow at it from back here, or is it no, not a chance? It's too tight.
I would say that between Taro and Cabello weaving and moving around this guy, that it would be a difficult thing to do.
Okay, so
I don't want to say no if you want, but
because I was going to say because it looks like that the hard and fast rules of Symbaroum is you either have line of sight and can do the shot, or you don't and you can't do it. So I'm going to say, you know what, I can't do it. But I do see that he is reacting to the torchlight, so I'm going to try and step forward and kind of just bring the torchlight to it. To see what that might do.
All right, okay. So you just tactically kind of move forward. Okay.
Yeah,
all right, that's
I'm not going up to it. I'm going to let Taru and Cabela kind of duel him where they are. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to kind of be right behind them with the torch, just kind of holding it high in order to light up the tunnel a little bit more.
Okay, when you do that, he definitely roars out in frustration and brings one. He's got like two massive ogre fingers and a thumb, He brings his hand up to kind of shield his dark eyes, and kind of blinks, and, and kind of like waves an arm at you as if to get back, nah.
All right.
Was Clag not like? Dell, let me go to you. As you get towards the rear of the cave, you see that, to putting it nicely, you basically see a compost heap back there, and you see bones, skulls, skins, just a bunch of just like refuse back there. And growing off the side of this compost heap, you see the softly glowing orange headed mushrooms.
Brilliant. Kudos for that one. My eyes dilate and fixate on it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really, I'm sprayed, so all these senses are just like overwhelming me. But
are skunks immune to their own? I don't know. Okay,
that's a good question.
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, all right. Okay,
but I think at this time to be able to dislodge it, now that I've found what's going on and I'm hearing all the chaos.
Oh yeah, you hear it behind you. Yep.
I don't know if I see any kind of glinting from the firelight that's going back and forth from the torch.
The light is very iffy at best because these guys are basically they're shifting around. The ogre's form is kind of blocking the torchlight here and there for you, so it is the only reason that you're able to see these mushrooms is because of their very soft glow.
I'll get the ambient light. I'll get where purchase somewhat okay. I know I got to get up on the combos to at least some degree. I'm gonna roll resolute, try to change back.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, go ahead and do that.
This moment, and I make it with a 12. If straight, I got it.
Okay, all right, okay. So you are back in bipedal.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a free action or not, but
I will say that. I will say that is what you do, and especially being kind of in the having been wounded. So we'll say that's your action of what you do. Okay, so you kind of focus and try to ignore the pain of your wound, and you are able to change back. Okay.
Yeah. What I'm saying is I get a free action as well.
So what do you want to do?
I want to. I'll glance over my shoulder before I take out my bag and start compiling. I don't even find the bag, but anyway, I'm gonna glance at the. I'm calling out a rune with my the staff magic at cold and casting it on the ogre.
Is that a free action?
Yeah, it's a free action.
Okay.
It's 1d4, and I'm hoping to at least congeal or slow some of his blood and spray or give him a little frost. Who knows?
What's the effect now? So I know exactly what's
it's just honestly, it's 1d4 damage. You do it fighting or not, and I can cast it's staff magic.
Okay.
All right.
And it bypasses his armor. Is that right?
It bypasses the armor, but it hits him directly. I'm just saying, as far as narratively, he's thinking like he's hearing this spray and sizzling and whatnot. I want to slow this pumping down or slow him.
So do you need to make an accurate roll, or how do you hit him? Or is it just
just directly? I just hit him.
You just hit him
directly. 1d4.
Okay, and then you've got to. Is there corruption with this?
My staff absorbs the corruption
automatically, so there's no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's no. There's.
You have to roll for the corruption level.
No, everything I pulled from it, I don't have the book, and I'm not.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead and do that. No problem. Just go ahead and do that. Okay. So roll your.
It's 3.
Oh, 3. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So 3. Okay. So, how does this effect look?
Well, is almost a chilling frost. A frost bite that just kind of. Or a flicker of frost. Maybe he slows down for a second as his blood congeals in him. Hopefully it's going to slow him down. That's all I'm thinking, whether it does or not.
Okay, that's fine.
That's it. But anyway, except for 3.
Okay, so you guys see the ogre's form. There's almost like his skin has like a sheen of frost to it. Like hoarfrost. Briefly, and he yells. 3 points is 3 points. That's a decent amount of damage. So he yells out and kind of like jerks in reaction to that, and he doesn't know where that came from. I don't know if anyone knows.
You'll see the rune light up on the staff, and I mutter some words.
In the back. Okay.
Yeah, as I peer toward him,
Okay, so you guys hear Thariah basically form a spell. And a layer of frost briefly covers the ogre's, shoulders and chest, and his head, and he yelps out in pain and confusion. Okay. So now it would be my action, actually. So let's see. Let me roll here myself, even though I'm not supposed to, but I will. So I've got the torch, and I've got Cabello, and I've got Arrow. So 246. My name. Ooh, okay. So the ogre yells in anger, and reaches out almost arm that's almost simian-like in length and takes a swipe at Vicamir, trying to put out that annoying torchlight that's in his lair. Okay. So, okay, so a minus 3 penalty to your defense.
Okay, and my defense is also going to be hampered also again because I'm actually wearing leather armor, so it's actually another minus 2, I believe.
Oh boy. Okay.
Right. So, let's see. I think, well, actually, so my defense I think is base 8 now, so but it's another minus 3. So.
Oh boy. Okay.
I gotta get like a 6. 10 failed.
Ooh. Okay. So he lashes out with that studded club of his, and you guys see the club hits Vicamir like right in his shoulder, squarely with a loud thump. And Vicamir, you will take 7 points of damage.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because of familiar, I will actually take 4, and Midnight's going to take 3.
Oh, okay. So Midnight kind of bumps you out of the way.
You'll hear. Midnight will whimper in the back.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. And he yells, "Back away! You not wanted here." All right. Okay. So, Cabello and Taro, you got who wants to go first again?
Go ahead, Taro.
Okay. As he swings back past me and clacks Vicamir on the shoulder, I hear his dog, his wolf, squeal out. I swing this thing back full, sliding it almost like a baseball bat. I slide down both hands, so I'm swinging this thing full bore.
Okay.
That is a hit. Woo, 10.
Okay,
I think that's a hit, right? 10.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what his defense is.
He was at +5. Now he's just at +4 now. So.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, +6. I'm sorry, +6. I'm sorry. His defense is 1 point worse.
Oh, so I needed 17.
Yep, because of
Yep.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Sorry for interrupting you. I forgot I have to roll a d4 for armor.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, because I have that's why I have a low defense, so I have an armor roll.
Right.
So that's a bonus to you. So 1 point now for his defense, Jason.
I rolled a 6 damage.
Okay, you got him. Okay, so you did hit. Okay, great. Okay.
I hit him. I rolled a 10 for damage, 10 to hit, 6 damage.
Okay.
And Vicamir needs to roll armor soak for the last one, right?
And I did. I rolled a 4. So instead of the full 7, so I'm taking 3, but I'll take 2, and Midnight will take 1.
Split a little bit. Okay,
I'll still split it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. That works then. Okay, so our narrative is still good. Okay.
And then I need to roll a defense check, right?
Yes, for the blood. Yes.
For the spurting blood.
Yep, the corrupted blood. Yes.
Oh, 20.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ooh,
all right.
no.
So as you made that terrific.
Yeah. It left a stream of blood, didn't it?
Yeah. So the acid blood basically covers the front of your chest, and 3 points of damage.
Now, do I soak this? Is this an armor soak?
I think that's from other actually. I will say yes, because it will. You can take it off your body or armor, so I will say yes. So use your armor.
2. Yep. So I took 2 off. So I took how much total?
1 point then. So you did take 3. -2 is just your 1.
Okay.
Okay. But you do notice that the acid is still searing your armor.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, Taro will start. He'll start losing his cool a little bit with that as he realizes this is.
Like in the Aliens movie,
Yeah, it's like yeah. As I realize, I'm not. This thing ain't ending, right? Okay.
Right, not yet. Okay, Cabello, you're up.
All right, I will. I'm going to take a slash at his other ankle.
Okay, go ahead.
While I'm there. So that's inaccurate.
Yep.
Okay. And no.
No, nothing?
No.
Okay, all right.
No, nothing.
Okay, so that's a miss. Okay. All right, okay. Midnight's up.
Okay, like I said before, I can't see Midnight actually going up and actually doing damage to this thing, just knowing that it spills out this corruption.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have her still hang back.
Okay, all right, okay.
All right, but then it's me.
Yep.
I'm going to just kind of, with even more fury, just raise the torch up and kind of push it almost against the ogre to see if it may actually just kind of push it back or cause it to be kind of dazed or distracted.
Okay, let's see. That's a good thing. So let's see. Hang on one second. That's a good thing. I will say, make a resolute, and give yourself a resolute bonus of +2. Okay. And it will go against his resolute, so it is a +2 roll bonus for you. So go ahead and make a resolute roll.
Okay, so I actually ended up rolling a 15, but my resolute is also 15, so 17, so it's under. It's a success.
So you did it. Great. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay. So you do that, and he yells again in fear almost, okay? And puts up another arm, drops the club, puts both arms up, and takes a couple of steps back. Okay, he kind of staggers back. All right,
Okay.
trying to protect himself from that flame, that fire. Okay. All right, good, nice one. Okay, Del, Thariah's up. No?
Okay.
No, okay.
Yeah, at this moment, what I'm doing again is it's a free action, but I'm a basically do my free to throw another cold on him before I'm propelling myself off this refuse pile.
Yeah.
And coming down with the staff. So I got staff fighting with my rune stones +2 bonus. Okay.
Okay.
So basically,
you're gonna cast the spell, and you want to hit him with come down with them with your staff.
Free action. I hit him for 1 point on the cold, and then I'll come on the cricket's skull like that.
So you're accurate.
Yeah.
And you get
accurate.
you get a +6 bonus on that.
Yeah. Okay, +6
you
bonus.
shouldn't miss. Yeah, you shouldn't miss.
Well, that's good because my accurate kind of sucks.
As he staggers back, actually toward you.
No, I do miss. I must slip on some of the rubble.
Thariah is a scholar of sorts, so that makes sense. Okay, so you guys see once again the frost kind of shroud over the ogre, and as he kind of is waving his hands around, stepping back, staggering backwards, and you guys see the form of Thariah come kind of like out of the shadows with his staff in both hands, and with a whoosh, he misses, airball.
Oh, okay. wait a minute. I hate to say that, but I got 2. I didn't have my 2+ bonus. You said 6. No. Sorry. It was still a miss. I'm just
okay.
You said 6. I was like, okay, 8.
Okay,
6.
all right, okay, all right.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're back up to either Taro or
Clag.
Sabella.
Didn't mess with the narrative. Yeah.
That's all right.
Go ahead.
Who's going? Taro's going?
Oh yeah, Clag's not going.
Oh, no.
Okay.
He has pretty much been routed, for lack of a better word, as he's backing up with his hands up.
Like his hands up.
But no, he's in front of his face. Yeah, trying to shield his face from the torch.
Taro glancing at the torchbearer, driving him back. Club hits the ground. Glances over at these heap of bodies in which this creature has been decimating things for who knows how long. And
now,
Taro...
Jason, hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me interrupt and interject for 1 second. 3 points of acid damage again.
Okay.
So roll your armor. Okay, so let's not forget that. So
okay.
So your armor's still
2.
burning.
So I take another 1.
Okay, so 2. Okay, all right. So go ahead. I don't know if that may affect what your actions are or not.
Acid burn as I see this heap of bodies. Taro, 2 steps, full body, driving this pike into his abdomen area as his hands are up, blocking the torch. And hit for 7 points.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how do you describe putting an end to the poor poor Clag?
Well, my pike, I'll run him straight through, and surprisingly, with such force, surprising myself, the pike will come through the other side. As I run up my hands right to his abdomen, I'll make the roll against his acid blood again, right?
Yes. Yep. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I'm okay, and I would have soaked 1 anyway, but I'm okay there.
Okay, great.
And I stand there, basically holding it, and I just drive it through, step back, and kick the end of the pike all the way through him. Right, so I'll kick the actual butt of the pike through to where my foot's flush to his abdomen.
Taro is waiting for this death blow tonight, I think. So.
Taro has much to purge. 60 days of wallowing, whoring, drugging, drinking.
Yeah, just finally the mushrooms.
The thrill of combat has come back.
Yeah. And you see a gout. You see a gout of corrupted blood just like spurt from the jagged wound and begin to pool up under Clag's body as his limbs kind of tremble in his death throes.
Okay.
All right.
And I'll turn to Vicamir, Thoraya, anybody looking. We must do something about this acid as it's burning. You can see like my woven silk armor is smoking. You know where
that's
the blood is.
I'll go ahead and I'll actually draw my dagger. I'll start cutting the buckles and stuff off of like his chainmail just to release it off of him. Be like, that armor's gone.
It's still smoking, and the odor from it is just like, oh my god, it's just corrupt. It's corruption juice basically. Okay, all right. What's Cabello doing? As Vicamir and Taro are they're taking Taro's armor off. So what's
Yeah, I'll assist them with that too.
Oh, you will? Okay, all right, okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And you guys can do that. And what about the Raya?
Raya, after Clag fell, you'd see the Raya. After his form falls, the Raya is standing there with staff, looking sideways as they're fumbling with him, and then he does a broad sweep with his arm and says, "I have located the mushroom," and swings it toward the pile, and you see the little glowing caps.
Okay.
Faintly glowing caps.
Okay.
All right. Pay attention. I'll turn around and make my way back there to start collecting.
Okay. All right. So you can make a an accurate roll with a -1 penalty.
I got a 1.
Oh wow!
I got something like that.
Okay, so you were able to harvest the mushrooms. Okay, so the imp stools are yours. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to do them quick enough before Taro gets over them.
Okay.
We don't need to, be using our own supply.
Okay, so you have harvested those. Is there anything that Taro or Cabello or Vicamir, is there anything specifically you guys want to do in this?
Looking for the yellow treasure, quickly.
Okay, all right, okay. What about Taro?
I'm just gathering up my pike from the corpse and resting. Basically, I might sit down on a rock or something, and catch my breath.
Well, I would actually probably looking at that pike as a loss at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's just drenched in your.
It's drenched in its blood.
Okay.
So,
I'll leave the pike. And,
well, hang on. So I will do this. You see the pike lying there, and it's you see like the acidic smoldering, coming from it. But you also notice that it appears as though the blade itself is still intact. Okay. But the haft is definitely deteriorating before your eyes.
Okay. So I'll gather up the blade itself. I'll use my, what's left of my woven silk armor, and I'll pick it up with that, and I'll stuff it if I can. If it's not dripping in acid, I'll. A matter of fact, I may use my water from my canteen to wash it off, and then stick it in my pack.
Okay.
I can always have a new haft made. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But for now, it's out of commission.
Yes, but it is out of commission.
And I have no armor left, right?
Oh, wow. Now
we cut it off, so I wouldn't keep burning, right?
Now's the time for a random encounter. So, Todd, give me a vigilant roll at a -2 penalty.
Okay. Right on.
Right on? Okay. All right.
I was lowered to an 8, and I rolled an 8.
Okay. All right. So Cabello fishes around, and we will say that he is fruitful in finding some elven treasure, but I will give you the details of that later. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make some rolls, and I'll give you the details of that later because it is late.
Super.
All right. So treasure, we've got the blade. Vicamir, man. Okay, and guys, we're gonna wrap it up there as you guys make your way back to Blackmore and meet once again with Ansel. And I'm assuming Thariah, who hung onto the mushrooms, or who presents the mushrooms to the
take them out of the basket, so I'll just kind of collect them and take them, and
you'll take them. Okay, okay. All right, so Vicamir presents the prize to Ansel, and after taking a noteworthy look to make sure that you guys did not pull the wool over his eyes, so to speak, he nods and rummages through some of the bottles on one of the rickety shelves, and brings down a blue tinged liquid, uncorks it, and tells Thariah, raise the boy's head up so that we can have him drink this. Hurry.
I do as he asked.
Okay.
As he begs.
And actually, he gives you the bottle and says, now, make him drink it and hold his nose.
Okay, I'll look at him steely-eyed, and then I do as he says, and wait for the response.
Okay, so you see Bonner, the liquid kind of flows down his throat, and he coughs, but he swallows involuntarily, He swallows, and you see after a moment or two his eyelids begin to flutter, okay? And he opens his eyes, and you see his eyes are like bloodshot, But he looks at you as he sees you there, and in a soft kind of like
hoarse, focus.
Yeah, hoarse voice. He says, "Master, what happened?"
It would be wise next time you be weary of what you drink.
He says,
and then I'll turn on my heel and motion that he follow. You know what I mean?
He says, "Is this a hangover?"
I don't answer. It might take 2 steps.
Okay.
Be aware of what you drink,
And Ansel approaches Taro and rubbing his hands together and says, yes, I believe we had some unfinished business as well.
Yes, 50 shillings. And I'll pour and count out 50 shillings, which is 5 thalers. That's
okay. Okay.
That should cover it.
Okay, all right. And you see he pretty much, like with rotted teeth, bites down on everyone. And then places them, somewhere.
Yes.
And says, "It's been a pleasure dealing with you, gentlemen. Maybe our paths will cross again in the future." And he says to Cabello, he says, and you, my friend, he says, if you're interested, I still may have some important information for you. about. And he nods at the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And he shuffles you guys out back into the pouring rain, and we will end it there.
Yes.
Back
right.
into the pouring rain.
Nice.
Yes.
Awesome. That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was good.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Sorry we ran a little bit late. My apologies.
Yeah. I was gonna say I normally stay for a post conversation, but I can't. I gotta.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm just great. I'm just happy you're back. That was great fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope so.
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yep, it's good, man.
Thanks, guys.
So
Yeah.
Good session. You guys did a great job.
Yep. Get some rest.
All right.
Yeah. I'll see you guys next week for John.
Yep.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Next Wednesday.
Next week for John.
Wednesday. Okay.
Wednesday for John.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Catch you guys later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
Talk to you later.